The worn leather attaché case was manacled around his left wrist, tucked next to his crushed legs. It held a document men would die for. Information about 2 names. One, a spy and traitor, the other the vital link to him. Raglan. Chapter 1. Edwards Square in the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea lies just off Kensington High Street. It is a wealthy area, even by London standards. The Georgian houses, 4 stories including a basement, sell for eye-watering amounts. A man gazed down into the dimly lit square from a top-floor apartment. He was half naked, a towel wrapped around his midriff. At 67, his hair was still thick enough to be slicked back from the shower he'd taken after making love to the woman who lay sprawled asleep on the bed behind him. He liked to watch the streets, especially at night when shadows might reveal a concealed watcher. John Barton's senses, honed over years of intelligence work, would alert him to anything untoward. He wasn't on his home turf, but he liked the neighbourhood. Wealth always encouraged a far more attentive patrolling by the police, and that helped keep unfriendlies away. God knew there were enough of them still around. He lit a cigarette as he watched a police tow truck lifting a Porsche. To park in these car-choked streets, you needed a residence parking permit. No permit, no park. The flashing blue lights illuminated a form, barely visible to the untrained eye. Beyond the iron railings securing the private park in the square, a man was standing back in the latticed moon shadow under the trees, unmoving. The old spy glanced across the far side of the square as the tow truck finally manoeuvred the offending Porsche down the narrow street. The watcher remained in darkness. Barton looked up with an unromantic eye at the full moon as the woman in the bed turned over, felt for him, and then restlessly belly-flopped into a new sleeping position. They had spent the evening together at a book publishing launch. Over the years, his name had found its way onto many such invitation lists. The London Game. See and be seen. He did not play it often, but at times it was a distraction, and could be a helpful cover when the former MI6 officer wanted to meet people others thought long dead, but who lived in exile under witness protection. The woman was a wealthy widow who had inherited her husband's publishing company. Old friends, they would meet occasionally, have sex, and lie in what he ruefully referred to as past their prime splendor. Soft flesh, warm from mutual exertion, happy to be enfolded in the luxury of her lavish apartment and the tenderness their ages afforded them. He envied her untroubled slumber. He was sleeping less these days, too many memories forcing their way into his consciousness, distorting his dreams, and the insistent voice in his unconscious demanding he get the explosive new information into the right hands, now. The information that was typed and pressed into the envelope in his suit's breast pocket, hanging neatly on the back of the bedroom door. How far would he get with his subterfuge? Much depended on him leading his enemy astray. The book launch had been the perfect place for the envelope to be passed to him. But if the watcher below was following him and knew what he carried, then he must have seen the handover from Barton's old contact the night before. Barton's contact, a Russian friend in exile here, had warned him the old enemy was closing in. And since then his friend had not answered his phone. His lover half raised her head, muttered something, and turned over again. He stubbed out his cigarette and sighed. The approaching dawn did not herald a bright new day for him. All it promised was a dull glow, as befitted a tired man. Barton was very tired. He'd served his country 30 years and more.